This section talks about the mission. When an order is given, what are the responsibilities of the man who receives it? In sequence, these: to be certain that he understands what is required, to examine and organize his resources as promptly as possible, to fully inform his subordinates upon these points, to execute the order without waste of time or means, to call for support if events prove that his means are inadequate, to fill up the spaces in the orders if there are developments which had not been anticipated. When the detail is complete, to prepare to go on to something else. Straightforward. Lieutenant General Sir Frederick Morgan, who planned the invasion of Normandy, put the matter this way: when setting out on any enterprise, it is as well to ask oneself 3 questions. To whom is one responsible? For what precisely is one responsible? What are the means at disposal for discharging this responsibility? Nothing so warms the heart of a superior as that, on giving an order, he sees his subordinates salute and say, "Yes, sir," then about face and proceed to carry it out to the hilt without faltering or looking back. This is the kind of a man that a commander will choose to have with him every time, and that he will recommend for first advancement. On the other hand, clarification of the object is not only a right, but a duty, and it cuts both ways. So if you don't understand, you have the duty to ask for clarification. Orders are not always clear, and no superior is on firm ground when he is impatient of questions which are to the point or resentful of the man who asks them. I say this all the time. If your subordinate says, "Hey, why are we doing this?" and you get angry, you're wrong. You should be happy that your subordinate is asking why. But it is natural that he will be doubtful of the man whose words show either that he hasn't heard or is concerned mainly with irrelevancies. The cultivation of the habit of careful, concentrated listening and of collected thought in reading into any problem is principal portal to successful officership. From the pen of General Eisenhower comes these words: the commander's success will be measured more by his ability to lead than by his adherence to fixed notions. Thus, in the conduct of operations, not less than in the execution of orders, it is necessary that the mind remain plastic and impressionable. Again, the idea of the military man as this person that can't change and is closed-minded, it's wrong. Now, there are military leaders like that, and it's unfortunate. They're not good. You got to have the flexible mind. You got to have the plastic mind. Obedience is not the product of fear, but of understanding, and understanding is based on knowledge. So you got to make sure that your troops understand what's going on, so they know what's going on, so they can obey properly, not out of fear. To grasp the spirit of orders is not less important than to accept them cheerfully and keep faith with the contract. But the letter of an instruction does not relieve him who receives it from the obligation to exercise common sense. You get told to do something, you still got to hold common sense. In the Carolina maneuvers of 1941, a soldier stood at a road intersection for 3 days and nights directing civilian traffic, simply because the man who put him there had forgotten all about it. Though he was praised at the time, he was hardly a shining example to hold up to the troops.